Alrighty, so today we're back with the trade deadline rebuild. The Miami Marlins is the team this time around, acquiring Starling Marte. Definitely one of the better trades at the deadline, and I feel like this is a good move for the Marlins. They get a good center fielder who can help out until some of those younger players develop, and I mean that's a good pickup in Starling Marte. And let me know again, what video should we do next? Get in the comment section. I definitely want to do a Blue Jays. I definitely bring it back the Tigers franchise. I'm either going to get that out Sunday or Monday. It depends on if I do the Blue Jays first or I do Tigers franchise. I'm still deciding, but that's definitely coming back. I'm really enjoying that series. I want to bring it back, but that's really about it. I really hope you enjoy the Marlins rebuild today. Hit the like button if you do. Subscribe to the channel if you enjoy MLB The Show content. That's really about it. If you missed the Padres video, it's up here in the top corner. Go and give it a watch. We did a trade deadline rebuild with the Padres, and man, was that team really good. Go check it out. And of course, any social media links that you're looking for, Twitter, anything like that, they're down in the description below. Also, my second channel, which we might be doing some Madden, we might be doing some other games there. So if you're really looking for any other content from me that's not MLB The Show, go check out the other channel that's down in the description. So today, we're doing the Marlins. Let's get into it. I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. We're just gonna do a quick little rebuild, have some fun with it. And the roster that I'm using is, this is the online ID. It's on screen now. This is what you search, and he's got a trade deadline roster. So go check it out. When you go to do it though, or when you go to use the roster, before you go and use it, make sure you edit the roster. Make sure players are added to the 40-man. They're put in the MLB roster rather than AAA or single A. Kind of do some tinkering. Make sure the roster is like what you want it to be. That's what I do with all of mine. I change some positions. I change maybe a potential rating here or there. Just make sure that the roster looks good or like what I want. So always check your rosters. Make sure they're the way you want it to be. So here we go. Here we go. So Marlins. They're looking okay. Jordan Yamamoto's struggling in real life. They've got Sixto, who actually looks like he's, healthy, coming back from those injuries. It looks kind of like the real deal. Max Meyer, the new draft pick. Castano, and we'll see. We'll see how he does. But I definitely want to add maybe like a veteran, maybe someone that's a little bit more established to be the ace, or maybe like a number 2 in the rotation as these guys develop. Bullpen, definitely need to step up our game in the bullpen. Nick Vincent, Yimi Garcia, you got Richard Blyer. Just not a lot of names that get me excited, and I don't really have faith in them. And then we definitely need a closer. So we're gonna try to bulk up this bullpen. Jorge Alfaro, I don't know about him. I don't know, man. He doesn't walk, strikes out way too much. I don't know. I'm still waiting for him to have a breakout season, but we'll have to wait and see. First base, I kind of want to get Lewin Diaz involved. I think he could be really good. You've got Cooper and Aguilar, but I feel like Lewin Diaz could be the future at first. You've got John Birdie and Isan Diaz, who just opted back into the season. So I think Isan Diaz is going to be our day 1 starter. Third base, Brian Anderson. If he could just get the bat, if he could figure out, how to swing a bat, be consistent at the plate, man, he would be a top third baseman in the league for sure. Shortstop, I don't know if Jazz Chisholm's going to be good enough in a quick enough time frame, so we might need a shortstop. We'll have to wait and see. Corey Dickerson in left, with Harold Ramirez probably being the backup. Center field, obviously Starling Marte. I'm really high on Monte Harrison as well. I think he could be really good. You've got JJ Bleday, Jesus Sanchez. They've got young outfielders. You just need to let them develop. Lewis Brinson, garbage. Sorry. And then you got Matt Joyce and right. So I'm actually pretty happy with the team. I do want to make a couple changes, but I'm going to wait till the trade deadline to do that and see where we kind of stand in the rankings and see what kind of trades we can make. So I'll see you guys at the deadline. All right, so the first trade I'm going to do, I'm going to pick up 2 bullpen arms. The one I really want was Edgar Santana, but I figured let's just see if we can throw in one that I normally don't get, but I've seen sometimes get kind of glitchy, and Nick Birdie. We'll see what happens. We're going to trade Matt Joyce, Corey Bird. We have way too many center field type situations going on. I would send them Lewis Brinson, but I don't think anybody wants Lewis Brinson. So I'm going to send him Corey Bird, and then Riley Mahan is like C potential, 63 overall, something like that. That's the one deal I'm going to make at the deadline. And then I don't really want Miggy Rojas next year. I'd rather just use Jazz Chisholm or maybe John Birdie at shortstop for the rest of the season. So, and I'd rather just try to find pieces we can build around the younger guys. So let me see what other moves we can make. I did say I wanted a little bit better of a starting pitcher. We're going to go Frankie Montas for Miguel Rojas, Harold Ramirez, and John Birdie. I think that might be it for now because I want to spend a little bit of money in free agency. I want to bring up some of these younger guys to start taking some of these reps. And I think that might be it. We do have an extra starting pitcher now, though. You know what? Let's get a closer. Let's get a closer. Let's do that. That's what we're gonna do. Maybe Ty Buttrey. How's Ty Buttrey doing? Really good. We're close. Who do you guys want? You want Lewis Brinson? I know you guys want Lewis Brinson. Let's see who would be. I mean, we're not trying to win. I'm not bringing back Jesus Aguilar. Having a great season. Don't get me wrong. Like having a really good year. But I'd rather let Lewin Diaz pop up next year. So Jesus Aguilar. We're trying to lose. We're not trying to win right now. I mean, we are. We're trying to get better. And I feel like getting a closer, that's the move. And I feel like some of the moves that we did were decent. We're decent. So after our moves, I'm gonna put Eliezer Hernandez there. I'm gonna send down. I mean, our bullpen's kind of nasty. Richard Blyer, but then we don't have a lefty. Our bullpen's kind of nasty. Maybe Nick Vincent goes down, which is crazy because he's actually having a pretty solid season. And then I got to fix this, but it's probably going to be DH Lewin Diaz. Monte Harrison's going to be playing right field. And this is shortstop, which is going to be Christopher Torres, just because I don't want to call up Jez Chisholm just yet. So after those moves at the deadline, our team looks bad. Don't get me wrong. I know it does. I definitely think Monte Harrison is going to get a lot better. We also have JJ Bleday. We have Jesus Sanchez. We've got some young up and coming outfielders. Magneuris Sierra might trade, but we've got the young outfielders coming up. Corey Dickerson might get traded next year. We'll have to wait and see. But Isan Diaz, Lewin Diaz, Monte Harrison. We've got Starling Marte, Jorge Alfaro, Brian Anderson. We've got some pieces to build around. I'm liking where we're at. It's not a bad team. It's not great, but it's not bad. I'll see you guys at the end of the year. So a lot of you guys are probably like, what are you doing? Why are you trading for better players but making your team worse? What is your method? All right. There's a method behind my madness. Don't you worry. 72 and 90. I know we're about to hit like some good free agents coming up. I know we're going to have some trade pieces to work with. So don't you worry. League leaders, stolen bases for Marte. Okay. Yelich with the batting average league leading stat. Same with Trout. Cruz had the most hits. Dude, Phil Gosselin just might be a cheat code. Maybe he's a pickup for sure. Let's see what else we got. Doubles. Okay. Robert with 10 triples. Trey Turner with 14. Acuna with 56 home runs. And 48 for Nelson Cruz. We'll take a look at the awards. We got a Gold Glove. Acuna's MVP. Same with Trout. Yo, Corey Seager with... Huh? Yo, Corey Seager might be coming to Miami. Those are insane stats. Holy cow. Insane. Yeah, I'm thinking Corey Seager needs to come to Miami for sure. We'll take a look around the league. Us as a team, we're 23rd, but we're definitely gonna improve. Don't you worry. We're gonna make some moves this offseason. We're gonna have to trade some people. Maybe trade away your favorite player, but you know what? It's gonna have to happen because I got some big ideas in the works. So Eliezer Hernandez definitely took a step up once we moved him to a long relief spot, so that might be his spot going forward. Richard Blyer was pretty solid. Stanek, okay. The bullpen, kind of glitchy. I'm actually pretty happy with what we have. I'm definitely not going to keep it. I want to improve on it. You know, we do have Nick Birdie here, who potential went up to A. I might keep him in the minors for one more year and then call him up. Maybe he replaces like a Kinsler or something. But I definitely want to get a stronger lefty. And I'm going to replace Kinsler with a righty, maybe for like a one-year deal. Pablo Lopez, bad second half. Because at the deadline, he had like a 3 ERA. Okay, wow. All right. Montas struggled too. Maybe it's just Miami. Maybe it's just Miami just doesn't have good pitchers. That's disappointing. So we definitely need to strengthen the pitching core. So that's an area where I'm going to spend a lot of money. On the bench, meh, you know. You got Christian Lopez. Not even going to look at it. Monte Harrison, an okay season. 20 home runs in a rookie season. I'll take that. Starling Marte, not as good as I would have hoped. I'm going to see if I can get him on a cheap deal. If I can't, I'm going to let him go. It sucks. Actually, we got to keep him. It's all part of the Miami Marlins rebuild. So, Lewin Diaz struggled a little bit. Garrett Cooper had a decent season. Okay. Brian Anderson, pretty good year. Corey Dickerson was bad, so he's going to be a trade piece. Isan Diaz struggled. Alfaro, 21 home runs, but man, we just need to get better hitters. Like we just need to get better. That's really what it comes down to. We're just not good enough right now. So the Yankees defeat the Cubs, and let's see what we can do with this team. Who retired? The switch pitcher. All right, cool. Nothing really else. Okay, so if I can do like, we'll just do a, what, 10 mil? How's that sound? You'll sign it, don't you worry. And then everybody else is gonna walk. Not even gonna consider anything else. Who do we have? Did he sign that contract? He didn't. So I'm gonna have to bump it up a little bit, which is disappointing. I don't really want to, but we'll do that. All right, let's talk about the offseason here. 40-man, we're going to make sure Birdie gets added. Maybe Nick Neidert as well. Arbitration, I think the only one that I'm not going to offer it to is Adam Conley, because I'm pretty sure he got DFA'd in real life. Richard Blyer, if I can't get a better lefty, I'm going to bring him back for at least one more season. Contracts, everybody's going to get a contract. I'm not even going to look. Everybody's getting a contract. And then Starling Marte didn't sign. Sucks, I know. But I was looking around, not a lot of good pitchers available. So I'm thinking, I was hoping like Trevor Bauer would have been a free agent, but I guess he re-signed with the Reds. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna continue to look through free agency. Maybe a better pitcher comes available. If not, we're gonna trade one of our prospects to get a really good pitcher. Same thing with lefties. We need a lefty bullpen arm. There isn't really any available, so I might make a trade. And then looking at the rest of the free agents that are available, like LeMahieu's available, but not really interested in that. And looking at the rest of maybe Kike Hernandez. He had a really good year last year, so that might be something that I take a chance on. All right, so I said I wanted to add like a veteran ace to the rotation, and I may have found him. Lance Lynn, thought to be traded in real life this season, didn't get dealt, and we're gonna pick him up this season. Contract year, had an unbelievable season last year. Hopefully he can continue with that, maybe even give us next season as well. I'm gonna trade Jordan Yamamoto, Corey Dickerson, and Santiago Chavez. The thing is, I'm not like, Yamamoto had a pretty good year last year, like for Yamamoto. I mean, I don't know, I'm not sold on him in real life either, and Corey Dickerson was garbage last year. So this is the deal. This is what we're gonna do. Let me show you how free agency went. So free agency, it was okay. Nothing too crazy. Brad Wick, we'll give him a shot as a lefty. Kike Hernandez signed. We got Jesus Aguilar back for a season. And Didi Gregorius came back. I'll take that for sure. That's not bad at all. He's going to be our shortstop in the meantime until Jazz Chisholm comes up. And we got Starling Marte back. Frankie Montas. And I signed Kike Hernandez like I mentioned. So he's going to play left field for us. And this is kind of what we're looking like. Lewin Diaz is going to play first. We're going to have Jesus Aguilar as our DH. I guess Lewin Diaz can be the DH. I don't really care how it works. One of them's playing DH. Kike Hernandez at left. Alfaro. Jesus Sanchez is going to get called up. And Isan Diaz. I thought about calling up JJ Bleday, but Jesus Sanchez hitting stats are a little bit better right now. And we could use Monte Harrison. He had a decent year last year, but I'm okay for now. I do need to sign a middle infielder to kind of fill out the squad. So what I'm thinking is, who's available? Let's get the cheat code Phil Gosselin for a season. Let's just pick him up. Let's see what happens. And then that should be the squad. Pitching wise, this is what we're kind of looking like now. Lance Lynn will pop up here. will kind of look like this. We do have a lot of righties. We could also trade for a lefty if we really need to, but you know what? The bullpen performed way better than expected last year. We've got Sixto in the mix, Eliezer Hernandez, Alcantara, a lot of young arms. I'm hoping they work out. And then, of course, the lineup. We're going to see how it goes. We're going to keep Starling Marte for this year and next year. Didi, I'm hoping Jazz Chisholm pops off this year. Like, I need him to get into, like, the mid to high 60s for contact stats. Like, I need his stats to go up. And JJ Bleday, who maybe takes over and left. And then maybe Kike goes to short. We could always do that. But we'll see. Again, it's a season of waiting. See how this team does. I mean, the Marlins got a lot of good young players. That's what I'm kind of hoping on, and hoping that they develop. If not, then we'll go crazy next year. But for right now, I like the team. It's a good mix of young and old. We're ranked 20th, so we've moved up 3 spots. I think we've got a squad that's gonna do some damage. I really do. So I'll see you guys at the end of the year. So I feel like we got the same record. I'm pretty sure 72 and 90. I feel like that's almost identical to what we had last year. What did we have last year? Can I not see? Yeah, 72 and 90 last year. The exact same record. That's wild. That's insane. How? We weren't last. But I feel like we underperformed. I feel like we definitely underperformed. Looking around the league, the Twins are just really good. Like, that's scary. The Padres are really good too. Okay, Mookie Betts signed with the Padres. I can tell you that. So yeah, they're pretty good. The Dodgers are pretty good too, and the Cubs. So we have some competition ahead of us, and that's disappointing. So Ian Happ hit 53 home runs. I might have to get him. Who did I say we might have to get also? I said it for last season. Who was it? It was, oh man, who did I say that we might have to go and get that just had like a crazy good season? 53 home runs for Ian Happ. He had 29 last year too. Who was it that had a crazy amount of home runs that I was like, ooh, he might need to come to Miami? And now I don't remember who it was, but I'm thinking we're gonna make some changes. I have some changes in mind. Ian Happ might be one of them though. Let's take a look around the league. See, ooh, we got Rookie of the Year. Okay, a Gold Glove as well. All right. Trout won MVP. I really wish I remembered who I said we should go and try to get, because that's gonna bother me now. And I can picture it because I was like, man, they had a really good season. Now I'm like, man, who was it? Oh, that's gonna bother me. Was it an outfielder? Was it an infielder? I don't remember. This is bothering me. I think it was a second baseman. I gotta go find it now. That's really bothering me. Corey Seager. That's who it was. Corey Seager. That's who it was. Becomes a free agent this year. That's big. Holy cow, that was driving me nuts. I legit sat here for 10 minutes. I'm kidding. I went back and looked at season 1 and remembered who it was. Corey Seager, which shortstop, okay. And then obviously Ian Happ could play like second base for us depending on how Isan Diaz is doing, because let me tell you, Isan Diaz wasn't doing great. So we might have something to work with here. So did we look at awards? I'm starting to get confused now if we looked at awards or not. I feel like, yeah, we did. All right. Me having to stop like really threw me off. Sorry. Eliezer Hernandez. Okay, you know what? Maybe he's just our long reliever, and I'm okay with that. Ryan Stanek, not as good as he was last year. Nick Birdie struggled for sure. Brad Wick, dang, he had like a 2.8 ERA at the trade deadline, so that is sad. That's saddening. Edgar Santana, wow. Ty Buttrey, and then Yimi Garcia. So we're definitely gonna have to spend some money on bullpen. Lance Lynn did well. I think he does become a free agent. I might bring him back for one more season. Pablo Lopez struggled. We just need to spend money on pitching. That's what it's looking like. Sixto and Alcantara. Yeah. So we're definitely spending money on pitching. 100%. And I mean, we have money to spend. Like, I'm not worried about that. It's just we got to spend it in the right areas. Pitching is one of them. Didi was solid. Like, that's fine with me. 21 home runs. He was a placeholder anyways. Starling Marte, very disappointing, but we're gonna keep him for another year. Brian Anderson, pretty similar to what he did last year. Jesus Aguilar, pretty similar to what he did last year, just not as good. Lewin Diaz improved. Kike Hernandez had a good year. Definitely gonna keep him around again because I have him for one more season. Maybe he's our left fielder. I'm done with the Jorge Alfaro experiment. He's going to be traded. Jesus Sanchez was Rookie of the Year, so I think he's going to be our right fielder going forward, and probably going to trade Hasan Diaz. If we can get Ian Happ for him, I'm down. Straight up. Jazz Chisholm, I don't think is good enough yet. He's only a 71 rated. I just don't think he's good enough yet. Same with J.D. Bleday. I think if this was like a 4 or 5 year rebuild, definitely down to give him a shot. They're just not ready yet, unfortunately. So we're spending some big money this offseason. We're making some moves, and we're going to probably trade a couple prospects as well. The Dodgers defeat the Twins, and let's see what we could do this offseason. See where we can spend some money. See where we can improve the team. I'm going to pick up this option. I'm going to... Do I give him a shot? Yes, just in case we don't have anybody else available. Yimi Garcia has been really good for us. I'm going to give him just a 1-year deal. I'm going to put him in the bullpen. He's a cheap option who's normally really good. And then Lance Lynn. How much do you want for like 13 million? 14 million? If you take that deal, we're cool. If not, I'll go spend my money somewhere else. So let's see how this goes. Who did we and who didn't we sign? We got everybody back. Okay. I'm going to make a trade with the starters. I'm going to spend some money on the bullpen. 100%. We have money to spend. Not a lot, but we do have some. Yeah, trades are going to be our best friend this offseason. Going to add some guys to the 40-man. Arbitration. I'm probably going to let Jesus Aguilar go. Lewin Diaz is just going to be the starter. I'm going to let Gosselin go as well. That'll save us a little bit of money. Same with Cooper. And we'll just sign some cheap guys. Contracts, everybody. And then free agency. Corey Seager, please be available. Because I really want Corey Seager. Corey Seager's not available. I do think we can make a trade for him, though. Unless, like, Trevor Story... Okay, maybe Trevor Story is the move. Trevor Story is the move. I mean, I guess we can't really go wrong with any of these guys. They're all pretty good. I would love to get Trevor Story or Corey Seager, since I was like, whoa, we should get Trevor, or I keep messing it up. Whoa, we should get Corey Seager because he popped off. But I mean, I'm looking at Trevor Story, and I mean, it's not bad. It's not bad. All right, I said I was going to get Corey Seager, and rather than spending money on Trevor Story or anything like that, we're going to go Corey Seager. He's a little bit younger than the other shortstops that are there. And we might as well hit him. He's locked up for 5 years. And like, man, then Jazz Chisholm really isn't part of the picture in the future. 16 million is going to be cheaper than what the other guys are going to get paid as well. So that's the move we're going to do. All right. And then Sandy Alcantara, it's not working out. I think in real life he was a lot better, but in MLB The Show, it's just not working out. We're going to get Eduardo Rodriguez, a lefty arm, pretty friendly contract. I think when it finishes around 12 million, which is still pretty good. So there we go. We also need a lefty in the rotation, so that solves that problem. All right, before we start this last season, we made a big move. Ian Happ and Victor Caratini for Monte Harrison, Lewis Brinson, and Jorge Alfaro. I don't know. That's the move we're making. So there it is. We're still in spring training. What I'm thinking is this is going to be the team. Nope. And then Caratini's going to be our catcher. Jazz Chisholm gets some backups time. He'll probably move to second with Kike leaving after this year. But I mean, you look at this team and I'm like, okay, big strides. Big strides. I'm liking this team a lot. And then look at this. Oof. Lance Lynn came back on a 1-year deal. We got Frankie Montas, who's on arbitration, becomes a free agent, not this next season, but the year after. Eduardo Rodriguez. Dylan Bundy was a cheap option. Kershaw wouldn't come anywhere close to agreeing a deal with us. And the other ones available just didn't work out. Dylan Bundy's been nasty. Let's give him a shot. I think I gave him like a 2 or 3 year deal. And Sixto Sanchez is kind of like my hope and pray he puts it together. And then we'll look at the bullpen in a sec. So here we go. Let's get to the regular season. And I'll show you guys the bullpen now. I'm pretty sure this is how I'm going to want it. I'll swap these two. And then the one guy I'm going to send down or trade, maybe Nick Birdie. Tim Mazzo was a Rule 5 pick. These are going to be my lefties. And then I'm thinking I'm going to trade maybe Stanek and Birdie for a true closer. And that's it. I mean, the lineup looks great. Lewin Diaz is going to go there. First base, we still have Jesus Aguilar. I mean, I'm really liking the team. This is definitely a playoff team, 100%. Let's go get a closer, though. I'm going to take a shot on a guy who's actually doing really well in real life. Josh Stallman for Nick Birdie and Ryan Stanek. Let's see how it goes. I think I'm going to make him the closer. I'm going to put faith in a guy that may or may not lead us to victory. We'll have to wait and see. All right, so we're a postseason team as a wild card spot. In the wild card spot, we're taking on the Dodgers, which I don't really want to play, but I feel like this is pretty realistic. You know, 2 years, or after this year, you got 2 years before the Marlins start really pushing for the playoffs. I feel like that's about right. You know, missing out on the division by 3 games, that's not terrible at all. I'm actually pretty happy with that. You know, 91 wins, that would have gotten us, I mean, we would have taken the Central and also or both Centrals in the American League and the National League. And then we look at league leaders, nothing for batting average, which you hate to see. Nothing for hits, which you hate to see. What about doubles? Anything for doubles? We got Brian Anderson with doubles. Triples, we have Starling Marte up there. Okay. What about home runs? Ian Happ with 42. So it looks like he was kind of a good pickup. Dylan Bundy had a league leading stat for pitching, which didn't get mentioned, which is weird. Caratini has a Gold Glove Award. Tatis is really good, huh? And you got Trout again winning it. Cy Young, Sale, and Strasburg. We didn't win an award, which is super disappointing. But I feel like we've put together a pretty strong team. So I'm pretty happy with that. So let's take a look, see how everybody did, and keep moving forward. Eliezer Hernandez might just move into the starting rotation. It's kind of good. Tim Meza was good. Brad Wick, you know, not that great. Yimi Garcia has been fantastic for us. Josh Stallman was not fantastic. Edgar Santana was pretty good. And then Ty Buttrey is just not a closer, which sucks. I was kind of hoping he would be, but he's not. Lance Lynn, almost identical to what he did last year. Eduardo Rodriguez struggled a bit. Frankie Montas struggled a bit. Dylan Bundy was good. And Sixto Sanchez, maybe he's starting to put it together finally. But, you know, we made changes to the pitching staff, and it just wasn't good enough. You know, I feel like we could have done better. And I tried to get some new faces, some new players here and there. Unfortunately, it just didn't work out. So Ian Happ, 290, 42 home runs, 109 RBIs, 954 OPS. Okay. Starling Marte had his best year since we started this rebuild. Corey Seager was good. You love to see it. You know, our big acquisitions this offseason kind of helped us out. Aguilar struggled, and I said I was going to get rid of him, but I thought, you know what? He's consistently going to give us 20 home runs. Might as well keep him. Brian Anderson had a good year. We've got Lewin Diaz, who's maybe putting it together. I don't really know what's going on with him. I was kind of hoping he would have done better. Jesus Sanchez looks like he's going to be the real deal in right field. Caratini, not terrible. 23 home runs, 87 RBIs. A little bit better than what Alfaro was doing, which was what I was hoping I would get from him. And then Kike Hernandez had a really good year. 30 home runs. All right. I mean, if we were to continue this, we'd have Blade in the mix. You've got Herrera and Encarnacion. You got some young shortstops coming up as well. Like, this team is kind of set for the future. Definitely just need to add a couple more players to the squad just to fill out the depth. But, I mean, this team's looking pretty solid. So, it all comes down to the wild card game. Can we win it? Can we walk away with the victory? At least just get past the first round of the postseason. That would be huge. So, let's see what we can do here. My dog's acting up, acting a fool, which I don't understand why. But let's see how this goes. Can we get this win? They've got Andrew Vaughn, Trey Mancini, really, and obviously Isan Diaz. So let's hope he doesn't come back to haunt us. That would be the worst thing ever. Gavin Lux, 3-run shot. Ooh, that's tough. That's big time tough. Caratini gives us a run. Ian Happ, 3-run home run, gives us the lead against Walker Buehler. I'll take that all day. And then Matt Beatty, I think it's Beatty, goes deep. So that's not great. But we get 2 runs thanks to Lewin Diaz. It's tied up. And, okay, so nothing happens there. If Lance Lynn can give me 4 innings, I'm fine with that. We'll take him out after this. And then we'll go to Eliezer Hernandez has been good. Or not. Maybe we just should have gone to a lefty. Maybe that was the move, especially with kind of their lefty bats. Maybe that was the smarter option. First and second. Fly out, a pop-up, and a bases loaded for Kike. Come on. Strikes out. That's tough. 2 outs. Gets out of it. All right, Ian Happ. Come on, do something. Solo shot. He gets another home run. I'll take it. 8-7. This is a shootout. Holy cow. A triple for Jesus Aguilar? I'm sorry. What? All right, since we're facing a lot of lefties, let's just go to our lefty, Tim Meza. Hopefully he can give us like 1 or 2 innings. And really? I put you in to face the lefties and you don't do your job? Come on. You got to give me better work there. Gets out of it. All right, we've got 2 innings to turn this around. Can we do it? Ian Happ starts with the double. Perfect. Starling Marte, this is all about you. Grounds out. Great. He's 1 for 5. You love to see it. Corey Seager's 0 for, and he's going to remain 0 for. Secret agent for the Dodgers. That's what it was. It was a secret agent the entire time. And we're going to go to a lefty, Brad Wick. He gets us out of it. It comes down to this game coming against Liam Hendricks. A walk. That's a good start. A strikeout, a pop-up, and a fielder's choice. That is a disappointing way to end the season for sure. But unfortunately, that's how it ends. We're going to simulate the season, see who wins it. The Angels defeat the Dodgers. Okay, the Angels defeat the Dodgers. I hope you did enjoy today's rebuild with the Marlins. If you did, make sure you hit the like button down below. Subscribe to the channel if you're new and enjoyed the content. And of course, get in the comment section. Let me know your thoughts of the trade deadline and also what video we should do next. I'm thinking maybe the Blue Jays, maybe Tigers franchise. Something's coming. I hope you guys are looking forward to it. I'm gonna leave you with 2 videos on screen now. Go and give them a watch if you haven't yet. And of course, that's about it, guys. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.